But you can see how that leaf went from flat to that of a leaf. Okay, let's do a rose down here. Okay, I'm going to start with base coat again, about a 5. Okay, so we'll start with a medium. Come in here and get this leaf. I'm going to pinch wipe. Going to go 2 values down to a value 3. I forgot the extender again. Go back over here and reestablish my medium because I kind of lost it. Okay, now I'm going to step just 1 value down and darken my shadows up against the stem and up against the container. Pinch wipe and come back and blend. Okay. Now this is in the back plane. It's near the background, so we've got to have a lot of lost edges. So I'm not going to make this very light. So I'm only going to step up 1 value. I'm going to add a little dimension to the light side. Just 1 value at a time. Go to the next with a tiny little bit. Just pat enough in there. I got a little too much. There we go. To cause that to turn a little. Okay, let's go here. Let's go back into the base coat. I like to do pat blending both ways, either just butting each shade up against each other or putting a base coat down first and then blending my values into it. So let's go to value 3 and put the dark values there, go down the center for the vein, and then I've got my brush way up on the chisel edge, and I'm just going to put a little bit down that side. Come back in and soften. Now I really need extender, so I didn't put it on either one because those have kind of dried down. So what I'm going to do is dip my brush in extender and come back and just pat over top of it, and that will loosen it up some. And then go back in there and try to establish my blends. We'll go, let's see, let's just go 1 step up at a time. Don't forget your Cindy's mix. Okay, shape following strokes. And we'll just go a tiny touch into 1 more value on either side of the vein to establish some curve. Okay, we've got 2 more leaves there. in the back. So I'm doing each one of them individually so I don't lose them into each other. It's easier to track them. Once again, I'm without extender. I don't know why I can't remember to do that. So I'm just going to tap some on. Go into our dark, 2 values down. We're at a value 3. Lay in that dark and soften it. Come back up, 1 step up from your medium, and we're going to put into a value 6. Form our cylinder shapes. And 1 step up into a value 7, just a tiny little bit. And I'm only going to put it on this side, because that side is turned away from the light. And we've got one more leaf, and it's rather dark. So we'll start with our medium. And I do have extender on it this time. 2 steps down into our dark. And I'm going to put that whole side in dark. Soften it. Then step up once into the value 7. And put that in. Very minute amounts of paint. Now to establish a vein there, I'm going to go 1 step darker, down to a 2, and just kind of chisel that in. Okay, let's do that same thing with the value 2. In a smaller area as our first darks. Be sure you pinch wipe your brush each time. I'm going to stretch this paint up here to a vein line. Okay, let's start with our value 3. Put the stem in. Going to go down to a 1 to carbon black, and that just chisel that just on the very bottom edge of the stem. Wipe and soften, and then I'm going to come back to about a 7. And lighten the top. And I'm going to smooth this with my tiny mop.